Alright everyone, welcome back. A bit of a breaking news, if you want to call it that. I was preparing to go to the gym until a video by Rogue Gold has just gone live, and I wanted to kind of piggyback off of that video with my own thoughts, as I think it's important that I get out the news to you guys as soon as possible. Now, if you haven't seen, fellow content creator Rogue Gold released this video titled New Division 2 Playtests Have Begun. There'll be a link to his video in the description below. Highly recommend you go check it out. Also go subscribe to his channel. He does some very good content worth a follow for sure. Now, in that video, Rogue Gold provides evidence from two sources that have been given playtest invites at Massive. And whilst the invites don't actually say it's for the Division 2, I can with 100% confidence confirm these tests are for the Division 2 because one of my sources reached out to me last week and confirmed they were. So what's going on and what does this all mean? Drop a like and subscribe to stay up to date with all my videos. Let's get into it. So as I said, 100% confident these tests coming up are for the Division 2. There's no doubt in my mind, and as I said, it's confirmed by a source that I know. Now, what I find interesting is the scale of these tests. So firstly, this is the second instance that I'm aware of tests for the Division 2. I don't think there's been any more than that. I think we had the one back in, I think it was November, it was last year sometime, when we've got these new ones that are coming up. Usually if there's tests and all that sort of stuff going on, then yeah, people just reach out to me on Twitter and DM me and stuff, and you wouldn't believe the stuff that I have in my Twitter DM, guys. It's crazy. But anyway, so this is the second instance of tests for the Division 2. Now, back last year, there were tests that ran for just one day. I think it was over a period of a couple of hours. And that was it. Now, I'm not able to talk about the nature of those tests and what was going on there, but I can confirm they were very limited in scope, which would explain why it was just the one day. Now, what I will say is I firmly believe the feedback from that one day of testing is the reason why the new content got delayed. Now, I don't know that for sure, and Massive are never going to confirm that either way, but let's just say I am happy the content was delayed, and I don't think Massive would have done it if it had not received the feedback that it got and it were absolutely necessary to do. Now, many months later, it appears Massive are gearing up for a ton, and I mean a ton, of new testing. We're looking at 7 days of testing in 2 weeks, as confirmed by Rogue Gold's source in their invite. I think this all but confirms the new testing is huge in scope, and I can only imagine all of the new content is going to be getting feedback this time around, which should reassure the community of Massive's progress on the new content. Now, taking this information directly from Rogue Gold's video, because I've not received any kind of information from any of my sources regarding the actual playtests myself in terms of evidence that I could show in a video, it appears the new content testing will start from tomorrow and it will end on February 11th, and there is a selection of on-site and remote testing. February 8th and 9th session, along with the 10th and the 11th session, are 2-day sessions from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. So basically full-time testing. And if you are participating, you are going to be required to participate for the full duration for both sessions. So that is a ton of testing that I don't think I've seen before with this franchise. I mean, there have been numerous tests done over the years, whether that be on the Division or the Division 2. And I mean, I can't remember a time where there was this many sessions, and some of those sessions kind of being all-day tests. If you were wondering, testers are given compensation in the form of gift cards for their time playing, as per the invitation that those testers are given. I don't think we can argue here that Massive are not getting as much feedback as possible regarding the new content before they put out the PTS onto PC at a later date for us all to go in and have a go at. I think the feedback Massive received from these 2 weeks of playtest will absolutely determine how soon or how far in the future the PTS will be available for us all to get on and test. If the feedback is mostly positive, I think Massive might take, maybe a further month or more ironing out some issues with the PTS beginning maybe in April sometime, with an estimated release date of May. If the feedback is mostly negative, I think we could be waiting a lot longer than that. But, with one delay that we've already had, don't be surprised if the PTS still comes out in April following community pressure to get some news on the update's present position, even if from the feedback it's mostly negative. I don't foresee a situation where this new content is delayed towards the end of the year. I do think they're looking at a May, latest July kind of release date. I don't see it going any further than that, and as I said, they are absolutely gearing up here. They think they've got all the stuff ready, right? That's why this testing is so much. They think they're ready for us lot to get involved, and I'm hoping the testing goes really well. The last thing we want is further delays. The last thing I want is to have to wait until July to play this new content. I want this PTS out as soon as possible so that we can kind of get hands on and see what it's all about. And so I really hope this testing goes well. I hope that the feedback they got from last year with the testing that they did for the one day, that feedback has got good on, and they've gone away and they've made the changes that were suggested by those testers. But I have to wait and see, guys. Now, hopefully we don't get leaks. Right, but let's be honest. It's Ubisoft. It's NDAs. I mean, even recently, I think there was a leak of, I can't remember what it was, a new Ubisoft game or a test. I can't remember what it was, but it was being leaked on Twitch. And so, it's pretty common, especially with Ubisoft titles, to get NDAs broken. And I hope that doesn't happen. But you know what? It probably will. And so I'm going to be checking out Reddit. I'm going to be checking out Twitter and all that stuff to see if there's anything that comes out that we can talk about, because I am very interested. I think we all are, and I was actually saying this to one of my mates on Twitter earlier, that all of this stuff gets me excited, and yet not long ago I was making a video about why we should not get excited and why we should always have low expectations. And so yeah, I have got low expectations, but I can't help it. It's in my DNA to get excited over games, and I know that sometimes leads to disappointment, and it certainly has with this game at times, but I can't help it. And I know a lot of you guys can't help it, which is why when I make news videos where it's good news, or it's stuff that we've got stuff to be excited about, those videos generally do really, really well, whereas videos that are, the one I did yesterday about bad news don't do so well, because people don't want to know about that. They want to hear about the good stuff, and it's because people are excited for the stuff to come. So hopefully this testing goes really well. I am excited to see what is coming. I have actually reached out to Yannick today to ask when we might get the next intelligence annex, because if we go on the timeline that was previously about the intelligence annexes, based on the release date that we had, then we would have received 4 by the time the new content came out. Now we've had 2, so I've asked Yannick when we should expect the new one or the next one, whether it'll be this month or next month or whatever. And if we go by the previous timeline, then I should have a good idea when the new content's coming out. So if we were to get one, say, at the end of this month and then the end of next month, then I would expect the content to come out in maybe April. If we don't get the new intelligence annex till to March, then I don't expect the content to come out until May. So I'll let you guys know if I get a response from Yannick. I'm not expecting a response. I think a lot of people have been reaching out to Yannick over the last week or more, maybe even longer than that. And I think the last comment that I saw from him was someone asking him if he could respond to something, and he basically put no, which I actually find kind of funny. The way it was pretty brutal, and I really was quite funny. But yeah, if I get a response, guys, I'll put out in a video here, and I'll let you guys know. But for now, it is silent. It is silent. All this stuff is coming out from leaks, and it is silent. So let's see what happens. But that's it, guys. I appreciate this video was a little bit more kind of all over the place. This isn't really a scripted video per se, which is what I normally do, because I kind of wanted just to get this out as soon as possible following Rogue Gold's video, because that's kind of what I do, right? I make news stuff, and I was going to actually make a video about this stuff at some point this week. I was actually going to do it on Thursday, but yeah, obviously Rogue Gold got the sources, his stuff reached out to him, he's made a video on it, and so I'm having to put this out earlier, and I'm having to rush to do it. So appreciate it if it's not as you would expect. It's a little bulk up, kind of more mumble jumble, but hey, that's why I normally script my videos, so I don't go off track. Until the next one, guys, epic out.